Here on the Hold for Sound blog, we're actually going to review the Slate microphone from Ply. Sometimes also it's been rebranded as different names that comes in from China for about $14. See how we're going to utilize that in our everyday setup for audio bag. So we're testing out the Slate microphone that we've hooked up onto the Slate. We want to see the range of this, also to see kind of how far we can get back. I've got markers every 5 feet. We're at the 5 meter mark. We're going to be at 10 here in a second, 15 and 20. We tested it earlier. Let's see if we can get it good on camera. As you can hear, the fidelity of the microphone probably is not the best, but it's good enough for this. And that's kind of what we want to see, if we can capture the good Slate sound. We're now at the 10 feet mark. This is us still getting pretty good. We're actually not 10 feet from the camera. We're actually 10 feet from the bag. The bag is sitting about 3 feet in front of the camera, just so it's inside the dog park area. We couldn't get the camera wide enough to see the 5 foot mark. As you can kind of still hear, the microphone doesn't sound amazing, doesn't get any better probably with the distance, but it's good enough to capture someone saying take one, scene 43, take. That kind of information is all we really want to capture with this microphone. It's not for talent. It's definitely not to try to do a feature film on. It's just so we don't have to reposition the boom after we get set, because as we all know, as soon as you move the boom into frame to capture the Slate, someone yells the boom's in frame and you look at them like they're some kind of dumbass. And this is just trying to get around all that. We're now at the 15 foot mark from the bag. It sounds probably still very good. We're getting VU meters. We checked this earlier. It doesn't seem to have a dropout. We know where the dropout is. And now we're going to move to the 20 foot position. Now we're 20 feet away from the bag, still getting reception, I believe. As soon as I step, probably about to here, that seems to be kind of where the static seems to be, about 21, 22 feet from bag. We did notice if we held the antenna with our hands, we got better reception. We think the antenna might be too short for the fact that we're sitting on at 200 megahertz, so the whip might not be long enough. But if you hold it with your hand, you get much better reception. Punching through walls, this wasn't the terriblest in the world. You could be about in the next room over if you're doing a cart setup or just trying to be offset in a small quarters like a bathroom. This doesn't seem to suck, but it definitely gets us like we wanted to do. As for an option, it's only $13, and it's exactly what I needed for my bag setup, just to kind of get around from having to move my boom.